Today I'm going to be talking about some top-notch fragrances that you can pick up at bargain basement prices. The festive season is almost upon us, so if you're looking for a cheap but nice quality gift for your boyfriend, your dad, or even your brother, then this video will take some of the stress out of choosing the right scent. We've got 15 to talk about today, so grab yourself a cuppa and a comfy seat because it's going to be a longer one than usual. Welcome to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to this special episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and today I'm going to be bringing you 15 low-cost fragrances that in my opinion all smell absolutely great, and each are priced at under £35 or $45 if you're watching over the pond in America. 3 or 4 of these are actually even under the £20 mark, so there's some real bargains to be had in this rundown. All the links as to where you can purchase each of these fragrances from at the cheapest prices you can find down in the description. Also, if you find the video useful, it would be fantastic if you could kindly give it a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me out with all the YouTube algorithms and all the analytical stuff. So, but yeah, if you've already subscribed, thank you very much and welcome aboard. Yes, so kicking off this list and starting off with one which in my opinion is the most mass appealing and easy to wear scent on this list. This one is Missoni pour Homme, and it has a strong resemblance to Chanel's Bleu de Chanel. However, this is slightly fruitier and also a touch sweeter. It's got a lovely clean and fresh scent character. It's super versatile and you can wear this as a dumb reach spray and go fragrance all year round and basically for absolutely every situation. It opens up with a blast of fresh citrus from the lemon and the grapefruit, and then in the heart there's some green apple, jasmine and ginger, and this all sits on a base of woody notes, musk and patchouli. I would say everything about this product feels really high quality, right from the weighty glass chunky bottle to there's a magnetic cap, right the way through to the high quality juice that's inside. You can pick up a 50ml gift set of this from the All Beauty website for £24.65 or a 100ml standalone bottle on its own for £28.95, which I would say for an EDP concentration is ridiculously good value for money. This is a super safe blind buy and you literally can't go wrong with this one if you're buying it for yourself or just as a Christmas gift for someone. Yeah, next up we've got Coach Platinum, and this is my favourite one from the Coach lineup of fragrances, and it's another one that has a lovely shower gel, fresh out of the shower type aroma. It opens up with a blast of pineapple, but it's not long before the spicy black pepper comes to the party and provides a real nice spicy kick. There's also juniper berries, sage, geranium in the heart of the fragrance, which all then sits on a base of sandalwood, leather, vanilla, cashmere and patchouli. This is more of a going out type clubbing scent. It's quite loud, it's in your face, it's fairly masculine and playful, and I would say it's quite sexy and it's probably suited to a more of a younger guy. The presentation is really nice in this chrome finish and it includes the signature Coach dog tag label on the side. You can pick up a 60ml bottle of this for just under £28, so I would say this is a really nice solid pickup. Yet at number 3 on this list is Scent of Gold from Trussardi. At the time of recording this video, you can pick this up with a 62% discount from the All Beauty website for only £29.95 for this 100ml bottle size. The opening notes in this one are plum, cinnamon and bergamot. In the heart we've got tobacco, violet and jasmine, and in the base there's labdanum, patchouli and vanilla. Yeah, so when I first sprayed this, it instantly reminded me of the parfum version of Black Orchid. It's not identical, but there's a good 90% similarity. The plum note is the most dominant, and you also get a little bit of sweet tobacco and some florals in there, which makes it slightly more challenging for guys to pull off. So if you're not kind of into your sweet scents, then this just might not be for everybody. There's a small hint of spiciness from the cinnamon, but as it dries down it becomes very sweet and powdery. I personally think it's really nice and it smells super expensive and classy. I'll be doing a full in-depth review of this in the next week or two, but for now, just take my word for it that this is a bargain pickup at its current price. Yeah, next up we've got a really good one from a car brand, and this one is Mercedes Club Black, which at £34.50 for a 100ml bottle size is the most expensive in this compilation. And I actually upped the price threshold of the video from £30 to £35 just so that I could include this one. This is a rich, smooth and creamy vanilla based fragrance which also includes incense and woody notes. It's a warm, comforting scent which makes it an ideal date night fragrance for a very classy gent in his 30s or 40s. It's kind of a mix of Armani Stronger With You and Armani Code Absolute. It's got what I describe as the perfect amount of sweetness, and it's ideal for cool weather or to wear in the evening, or you can wear this in the evening all year round. I would say this is a quality fragrance and one that you should definitely buy if you're just getting into collecting and looking to start your collection with a really solid pickup. I've done a full in-depth review of this one in my 365 project, so feel free to go and check that one out at some point. So from the most expensive we come to the least expensive, and next up we've got Bogart pour Homme from Jacques Bogart, which you can currently buy from Fragrance Direct for only £15.49 for a 100ml bottle size, and you can probably even shave another quid or two off that with one of their discount codes. This one is a clean, bright and uplifting fragrance that reminds me a little bit of Le Male by Jean-Paul Gaultier when it dries down. It'd make a nice office scent or just to apply for general daytime wear. The notes in this are lavender, bergamot, orange blossom, rose, lily of the valley, tonka bean, patchouli, cedar, oak moss and musk. But for me it's the lavender that stands out the most for me in this one. There's a mild earthiness to it from the base notes, but this is all about the white fresh florals to my nose. It is pretty sharp and potent, and it can get a little bit annoying if you go a bit too heavy on the sprays, but for £15 it's a decent versatile fragrance that will cover most situations. Your next up is one that appears on nearly every review for high quality fragrances on a budget, and that's for good reason. This one is Bentley Man Intense. And if you want a really quality boozy rockstar fragrance without breaking the bank, you can't really look past this one. This is a masculine scent with leather, rum and woody notes being kind of the most prominent. It's got a mature quality and I'd say it's probably best suited to men over the age of maybe 30, but I wouldn't describe it as being like an old-fashioned scent. There's a touch of spiciness from the black pepper and the cinnamon, but it's the boozy rum note that's kind of the magic note in this one. You can pick up a bottle, a 100ml size bottle like this one, for around about the £26 mark, which I've noticed has crept up a few quid since it's been getting a lot of hype and probably been purchased more in the community. It used to be only £22, so we're watching you naughty retailers. This next one was only ever going to come in at number 7 because it belongs to the man who wears the most famous number 7 shirt in world football. This one is Cristiano Ronaldo Legacy Private Edition, and it costs £27.45 for a 100ml bottle size on the All Beauty website. This one is a rich, dark and masculine scent that opens up with maple sap, neroli and basil leaf, which is an unusual selection of notes that I haven't really come across it before, but it's pleasant enough and it smells a little bit like gingerbread to my nose. As it dries down, you get straight to the 8 base notes of tonka bean, sandalwood, woody notes, cedar, vanilla, amber, moss and musk. It's no surprise then, with such a selection of sweet and woody notes, that this is rich, warm and luxurious smelling, and that again to my nose comes off smelling a little bit like a coffee based scent, even though there's no coffee listed in the note breakdown. I do get a bit of maple syrup, but it's definitely not sickly sweet. It's a touch synthetic smelling, but for the price that you're going to pay for this is a really classy smelling scent that's presented in a lovely, attractive deep blue bottle with a magnetic cap, and it features all the rose gold accents. So yeah, Quality pickup, so give this one a try. Yeah, the 8th fragrance to talk about on this list is Roberto Cavalli Uomo. Black violet, saffron, honey, lavender, tonka bean, cedar and patchouli are the notes that make up this one. So when you look at those notes, you see all the florals in there, you see the sweet notes. You ask yourself, is it going to be too powdery and leave feminine, or is it going to be just very sweet? Well, the answer to that is neither. This is very well balanced, and it produces a lovely, clean and pleasant aroma that reminds me of a good quality fabric softener on a freshly laundered bedsheet. I mainly get the florals throughout, but the patchouli pulls them back from leaning feminine. I do get the honey and the tonka that sweeten things up, and honestly it's just a very nice well blended scent. I wouldn't describe it as a sexy fragrance, and I imagine this to be more of an office fragrance or maybe a daily driver during the springtime months when it's either not too hot or not too cold. I would say this is a very good, safe pickup with nothing to dislike whatsoever in this one, and it's currently priced at £26.45 from Fragrance Direct. Yeah, next up we have got Guess Seductive Homme Noir. I recently purchased one specifically just to include in this video because I've watched a few positive reviews on it where people have given it glowing reports and said really good things about it. I stumbled across this 100ml bottle size. It was in a gift set which also included a deodorant and a shower gel, and it was only £22.75 from the All Beauty website, so for that price it was kind of a no-brainer to go straight ahead and blind buy it. So in this we've got apple, grapefruit and black pepper up top. In the mid there's lavender, orange blossom and nutmeg, and in the base there's sandalwood and vanilla. So this one is a nice, clean and fresh smelling fragrance, and for the first probably 20 minutes or so you get plenty of the apple and the grapefruit, which comes off I think smelling like a really nice shower gel. As it dries down, it sweetens up, and to me it starts to smell very similar to Paco Rabanne 1 million, but it's slightly different because it's got the sweetness dialed back about 5 notches in this one. I've given it 2 or 3 full wearings now so far, and each time I've worn it, it's got me noticed, so it's obviously projecting, but I seem to lose sense of it after about the 30-minute mark, and if it wasn't for the fact that people have complimented it, I'd probably be saying now that it wasn't a good performer, but it obviously is. I wouldn't say this is a dark seductive fragrance like the name would suggest. This is more of a mass appealing, playful clubbing scent, mainly I would say for younger guys under the age of 30, and it's best suited to the colder months of the year. This is a great pickup for the price, and again I would say go ahead and blind buy this. It's a nice solid release. The 10th fragrance that I want to bring a little bit of attention to is this one by Davidoff. This is Davidoff Horizon, and it's £24.95 for a 125ml bottle size. Davidoff is a brand that I don't usually really gravitate towards. I had Cool Water back in the 1990s and I didn't really like that one at the time, and then I sampled Davidoff Hot in a department store, which I thought was utter garbage, and I've never really looked in the brand's direction like ever since, up until maybe a few months ago. I received a free sample of this through the post. It was in just like one of my orders that I placed for another fragrance, so I thought I'll just give it a little bit of a blast. So yeah, I wore it once and I was really pleasantly surprised with how good it was. It opens up with mandarin orange and grapefruit, with the mandarin giving it a real fruity and juicy first 20 minutes. When it settles down, there's some ginger and there's some pepper which provide a small hint of spiciness, and then the dry down is more earthy with cedar, vetiver, patchouli and cacao bringing the staying power and the masculinity to it. This is a very, very likeable and mass appealing fragrance that I would probably wear casually. It's got that kind of sports fragrance feel to it, and it stays smelling bright, clean and fruity for almost its full life of the scent, which I don't think is a bad performer at around about the 6 to 7 hours mark. There's absolutely nothing whatsoever to dislike in this one. So if you read any negative reviews on Fragrantica, I would ignore them, because this is just a really pleasant dumb reach fragrance that you could wear during the day, like in the warmer months. And for £25, it's a pretty good all-rounder. So I would say give this one a try. Yeah, so firing through this list, and next up we've got Clinique Happy. And never before has a fragrance had a name so better suited to the juice that's actually inside the bottle. This is so fresh and uplifting that it genuinely does lift your mood when you first spray it. It opens up with mandarin orange, lime and watery notes. In the mid there's white florals, and in the base there's cypress, woody notes and musk. This is just one of them fragrances that you reach for when you've just had a shower after a workout, or on a boiling hot day when all you want is just something extremely fresh and just energizing. It's juicy and watery, but there's also like a sour tartness in the background, which is coming from the lime and the cypress. This is a straightforward, no-nonsense summer fresh fragrance that just gets the job done. It's currently £26.95 for a 50ml bottle size on the All Beauty website, but if you shop around you can usually find like a 100ml bottle size for not much more than that. Coming in at number 12 in this compilation is Burberry London, and this one retails at £24 for a 100ml bottle size like this one. So we've covered sweet fragrances on this list, as well as a couple of shower fresh scents. But this one is a very spicy winter fragrance and a good alternative to something like Victor & Rolf's Spice Bomb Extreme, but if you don't want to pay the hefty price tag. There's leather, tobacco and woody notes in this, but it's the cinnamon that's the star of the show, and it provides the spicy kick. And for me, it's a perfect festive fragrance, and one that I described as Christmas in a bottle when I did an in-depth review in my 365 project. It's not the longest lasting fragrance, but at £24 a bottle you can always reapply it after every couple of hours. So if you like a nice, spicy, rich and masculine fragrance, then this one is a bit of a gem, and you've got to try it for yourself. Next up we've got a super fresh and lemony barbershop fragrance, and this one is a little hidden gem. This is Eau de Rochas Homme, and this will set you back £19.45 from All Beauty. This has a wonderful explosion of lemon, lime, bergamot and mandarin orange, but it's the lemon that stands out to me the most in this fragrance, and it's like sherbet lemon sweets. It reminds me of a much more expensive fragrance in the opening, and that is Mancera's Lemon Lime. The difference being that the Mancera retains the lemon all the way through, and this one becomes a touch more woody and green. For the price, this is kind of a must-own scent, and it's great when you've just had a shave and you want the ultimate fresh cooling effect on your skin. It's a classic masculine fougere for a distinguished, well-groomed man, and it comes in at a quarter of the price of similar scents to this, like Dior, Eau Sauvage, etc. This is a timeless summer masterpiece, and should be on every man's bathroom windowsill, so give this one a try. Okay, so we've got a couple more to go, and this next one is a fragrance that I'd imagine most men over a certain age will have had some experience with since its launch back in 2003. It was very popular back in the day, and this one is called Diesel Zero Plus Masculine. This is another spicy cinnamon heavy fragrance, a little bit like Burberry London that I mentioned earlier. I would say this is a more playful and better suited towards maybe teenagers and men in their early 20s, whilst the Burberry London is maybe a touch more mature and elegant and better suited to older guys. This opens up with a definite fizzy Coca-Cola type smell, but as it settles down more, you get more of the woody notes that come through, and you also get like a bit of a pencil shavings aroma. I think it smells at its best after about an hour into its dry down, and it's really kind of settled down. This is one that divides people's opinion right down the middle, and I think if you're over 25, the chances are you'll probably hate this one, but at £15 a bottle for the under 25s or for students on a budget, I reckon you're onto the winner with this one. And I really enjoy the metallic red bottle presentation, which sits in this like snazzy little display plinth, and I think it looks really good when it's sat on your dressing table when you've put it in right like that. There you go. And last but no means least, and last up in this list, we have got the second one from the house of Trussardi. This is Riflesso, and it's currently priced at £23 for a 100ml bottle size on the All Beauty website. The top notes in this are green apple, grapefruit and bergamot. In the mid there's lavender, violet leaves and geranium, and in the base there's tonka bean, leather and vetiver. Yeah, after I sprayed this one for the first time, it was a scent profile that I recognised instantly. And if I was doing a blind test and hadn't seen the bottle, I would swear that I'd just been sprayed with YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme, the original version. It's extremely similar with the semi-dry pepperiness up top and the slight leathery tone in the base. I'm really surprised that there's no cardamom listed in this one, because it's kind of the key standout note in the La Nuit de l'Homme, but maybe the combination of all the other notes in this are producing a similar kind of note quality. The presentation is really nice and the performance is really good too. I sprayed this on my arm about 4 hours ago and I can still smell it going strong, which I doubt I'd be able to say that about with the YSL. And this is about a third of the price, so I know which one I'll be picking up from now on. If you haven't already tried this, I strongly recommend that you do. It's an all year round versatile fragrance that you can pick up and wear for any occasion, and I would say that this one is a real bargain. So that's it for my top 15 selection of low cost fragrances that smell great. All the links to where you can find these fragrances are down in the description, so if you decide to pull the trigger on any of them, please don't hesitate to let me know down in the comments how you get along with them. As always, if you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. My subscriber count and my viewing figures are rising steadily now, and also the length of the time that people are watching the videos for have increased, so I must be doing something right, so thank you for sticking around with them. I've also had a few people ask me in the comments section if I'll be resuming the 365 project, and the answer to that is yes, but it'll be just 365 reviews of my decent fragrances, but it won't be a video per day as it was before, because it was becoming unsustainable. So the 365 bit now means that kind of stands for what age I'll be by the time I've probably finished the project, but yes, I'll be back doing plenty of single fragrance reviews as of next week. So as always, guys and gals, thank you once again for watching. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.